Welcome, rail fans, to another Frog and Flange video. In 2019, I had the opportunity to visit the Ffestiniog Railway in northern Wales, as well as to visit the Bluebell Railway in England. Footage from the Bluebell Railway will form another video later. The Ffestiniog Railway is the world's oldest railway company and was formed in 1832 for the purpose of carrying roofing slates from the quarries located in and around the inland town of Blaenau Ffestiniog, located in the mountains of Snowdonia in Wales, and down to the port of Porthmadog on St. George's Channel between Ireland and Wales. Although many, if not most, of the great Welsh slate quarries have closed, these enterprises had a very large and positive economic impact on northern Wales starting around 1750 and continuing through until the mid to late 20th century. In the early years of the railway, the small two-axle open slate wagons were hauled up the mountains by horses. Then, when loaded with slate tiles, they were moved down the mountain in large groups using gravity all the way to the wharves at the port of Porthmadog. There are in particular some excellent videos already published that depict the gravity coasting trip down the mountain. Gravity slate trains were often comprised of 80 fully loaded wagons, with perhaps 1 in 6 wagons containing a brakeman sitting on top of the neatly stacked slate to manually apply braking. The event depicted in those videos is not a regularly scheduled one, and I did not have the opportunity to ride in that manner. For us, it was steam up the mountains and then steam back down. The horse-drawn uphill method for slate wagons continued until 1863, when steam was introduced. Due to the railway line having reached capacity, the bottleneck was in hauling the empty slate wagons and materiel up to the quarries and towns where the workers lived. The gravity downhill operations were still efficient though, and they continued until around 1939. I visited one local quarry, the Ffestiniog slate mine, while in the area. Its scale was monumental, and it had innumerable horizontal levels where once narrow-gauge steam trains moved slate and spoil from the open pit cutting places to the incline trams, which would lower the products to the lake level below for transloading onto steam trains headed for the coast and world markets. Ffestiniog closed in 1969, leaving behind a rich collection of industrial artifacts in the form of the National Slate Museum.
outside. In fact, you can see the front up there. I got to the point where I knew I was on the right path.
Wait.